At last we have the opportunity to do a scene together. I'm glad it's about an issue that really matters.
For real. I've been thinking about how this situation will play out.
I'll let you take the lead. And I'll join in, if I have something I feel is important to add.
Sure.
Why do you think that some people find it hard to tell our types apart?
Because we both lead with an introverted judging function.
But mine is feeling.
And mine's thinking. On the surface we can seem to lack expression. We can come across as being stoic and aloof.
Yes. I can see why people get our types confused. Even though I lead with feeling. Because it's introverted, it doesn't always show.
For someone to be able to properly type us, we would need to open up. Also, we both have our extroverted judging function in fourth place. But mine is thinking.
And mine is feeling. We can both be pretty stubborn with our personal judgments.
For sure. We are leaders of ourselves. Because extroverted judging is our least preferred cognitive function. What other people think or feel we should do isn't usually a priority when we're making decisions.
The way you just said that was really good.
Thanks. Having the same second and third cognitive functions in the exact same position can also add to our similarity.
Yes. I see it too.
We both have extroverted sensing second and introverted intuition in third place. This enables us both to be intuitive sensors, especially as the third function can be very strong.
I agree. According to socionics, extroverted intuition is our blind spot.
True. And as the saying goes, still waters run deep. Being blind gives us both the propensity to be intensely focused on what we're doing, in the moment, without distraction.
Now that we're actually having this conversation, I feel that there is so much that I want to say.
You're a very in-the-moment type of person.
It takes one to know one.
Feel free to butt in, anytime you like.
Thanks. As you know, being an SC user, if I don't say what I'm thinking straight away, I might lose my thread.
With TE you have a stronger pull to share what comes into your head.
But I can hold it in, if I want to.
I'm sure you can. Back to our dominant functions. We both use this to make personal decisions.
But me being a dominant feeler and you being a dominant thinker really makes the difference. With dominant FI, I aim to identify what feels best to me. I use this as an inner compass to help me to navigate my way.
I operate more on the level of what makes logical sense to me. I tend to engage in a lot of questioning, and I reason things out extensively.
I do things differently. It's natural for me to follow my heart. If it feels right, then it feels right. But I need to spend time thinking about why I feel the way that I do.
It advances your self-understanding.
Yes.
I don't involve feelings in my decision-making. With introverted thinking, I'm more interested in what is true or false. I'm very analytical, and I consciously work out probabilities in a rational way. So I'm more inclined to evaluate situations on the basis of gains and losses, or pros and cons, before taking action.
Yes. You're very calculated. I'm more focused on what feels good or bad. I use my introverted feeling to guide me towards the SE experiences that resonate with me and reflect who I truly am. Deep within my soul, what I feel matters is really important to me.
True. You can have very strong convictions that you stand by 100%. No doubt about it. I'm good at spotting contradictions in the things that I see and hear. I need for things to add up in my mind. My TI is used to make sense of SE information, and to build an in-depth theoretical understanding of the world that holds logical consistency. This makes me good at problem solving.
Although we are supposed to be discussing our differences, I think that it's important that we discuss how our second and third functions work together in the same way.
Okay. Your thoughts?
You say it.
Our second and third functions, SE and NI, can work together to give us intuitive insights into exactly what is taking place in the moment. It enables us to predict where a situation is leading to in future.
I think it can sometimes make me seem psychic. My FI gives me inner feelings along with SE. And then I can really give me specific insights into the people that I meet. Do you get this too?
Yes. But probably in a different way than you. I use my TI in the process of deductive reasoning. And with SE and NA, I can really narrow in on specific insights about people and physical objects.
I'm good at working with physical objects too.
We're both good with our hands in a practical way.
I notice that when you speak, you tend to show more of your workings out and express the rational line of thought that you're following.
You tend to express the things that matter to you and hold personal meaning.
I'm really enjoying this conversation.
We're doing good now. But would you say you sometimes have difficulty with my TI dominance?
At times, you can be a very harsh critic. You can be brutally honest and fail to take my feelings into consideration, especially when you think that I'm being illogical.
True. You tend to be more sensitive to criticism, but I now understand that your feelings are important.
How so?
I just reasoned it out.
When you switch on your FE, you can be pretty considerate and even charming.
And when you switch on your TE, you can be pretty bossy. You're quiet, but you're not to be underestimated. You have that SE switchiness. Like me.
You often invent your own words.
It's my TI. I create words that make sense to me.
So what's switchiness with SE?
It's switching between different modes of being. In response to incoming sensory information. You do it with feeling. Me with thinking.
I see. I like the way that you explain things so clearly. And how you always keep it real.
Thanks. We're both real-world type of people, who have rich inner worlds that many people never fully get to see or understand.
I do my best to express myself through creating changes in my physical environment. I want to use my inner being to make a meaningful difference to the world around me.
I've noticed. Anything else to add before we tie this discussion up?
I really love my extroverted sensing in second place. It enables me to be spontaneous and take action when I want to. Do you feel that way too?
I think it's a very useful function to have. We've covered a lot of significant points now. There's more to how we function than this. But I think the viewers will see our differences more clearly.
I hope so.